Warning. This video is a work of entertainment, satire, commentary, or artistic expression, reflecting the personal opinions and creative vision of the creator, which do not reflect the opinions of YouTube, Google, its parent company, affiliates, or companies advertising on YouTube. This video and the content therein are protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution and Fair Use Principles, Title 17, U.S. Code, subsection 107. It is not intended to be factual professional advice or an endorsement of specific outcomes, including health, financial, or other claims. No results are guaranteed, as outcomes vary and are not typical. Viewers must independently verify all information and consult credible sources before acting. Any critique or discussion of political figures, candidates, or parties is intended as satirical or critical commentary, not to advocate for or against any election outcome in the United States or elsewhere, and is presented in accordance with YouTube's community guidelines, including EDSA. Educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic exceptions for transformative content. This video does not intend to spread misinformation, incite violence, promote hate speech, or harass individuals or groups. The creator reserves the right to appeal any platform restrictions, expecting YouTube to apply its policies consistently and transparently. Viewer discretion is strongly advised, as this content may include controversial or subjective viewpoints. Verify claims independently to avoid reliance on unverified information.
Now that all that's out of the way, maybe I can get on with my fucking video. Hello, Nonstop Thoughts again. You know, you may have noticed some differences, some changes in the channel. Not my speech, because that's not going to change. We'll figure out whatever kind of caveat, whatever kind of little games we got to play to keep that going. Because if that don't work, then this ain't going to work. But you probably noticed some changes in the quality, because I bought a new mic, figuring out how to use the camera on my phone. I'm not buying another camera. I'm just not. That phone, years ago when I had money, this phone's like 5 years old that I'm using. I had a little bit of money then. I ain't got it now. And the whole reason this phone was so damned expensive then is because of the cameras on it. Like, that's half the price on every phone you buy. It's the cameras. So, it's not optional. It's not optional anymore. Like, if you didn't have the cameras on your phone, it'd be half the price. Like, all the stuff, the incredible shit that the cameras can do. Save for the whole AI stuff that they were getting away with. I think that was Apple. Might have been Samsung. I can't remember which one it was that got in trouble for, people zooming in on the moon and being able to see the fucking flag on the moon or whatever. Like, not literally, but being able to see telescopically with a camera that has lenses that are this close together. Like common sense should tell you that's not physically possible. So they were getting in trouble with that, rightfully so. You should at least say that, it's like AI enhanced cameras. Like, if you want to use that, it uses images from the internet to show you pictures of things closer up. Like, that's wild that it can do that, but it was still dishonest. And they got in a little bit of trouble for that one, and they should have, because that's false advertising for your product. Anyway, good Lord. Real reason for this video is, I don't know if you all heard about the Australia, the government over there censoring YouTube, and they got all butthurt about that and tried to sue the government and lost. I'm pretty sure they lost that case with the censorship laws. It says you can't use YouTube if you're under the age of 16. To a certain degree, I understand that. I don't think there should be laws regulating that. I think that should be up to the parents. That's my personal belief, although I do know, I can see what has happened to this generation, and then my generation, and then the generation a little bit before that even, what free internet has done to all of us. We weren't ready for it, but it happened anyway. Do I think laws are the solution to that problem? Absolutely fucking not. But I cannot help but relish in the hypocrisy of YouTube trying to do that, or Google trying to do that. I can't help but relish in that hypocrisy, and yet cringe at the precedents being set. Because what's being set now, the precedents that's being set, is internet censorship abroad. The control of the internet. The internet's already controlled. You just don't really notice it yet. If they start doing it full scale, welcome to North Korea. Good morning, Vietnam. whatever, like third world countries, like their internet's like controlled to the point where the North Korean people, if you're over there somehow you're using a VPN, or you're one of them fucking like legitimate keyboard warriors that have figured out how to get outside of your bubble, and you see this video, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the rest of the people, the village people that are out there, that their internet is so suppressed that when they get up online publicly, there's still so much propaganda that they believe that their God King controls the weather. Okay, that's not an exaggeration. That's real. They actually believe that still because of the information suppression. So why do we think we're any less under control? Why do we think we're exempt from that? You think we're exempt from that, the internet control? It's already happened. They're just not right in your face with it yet. But that's going to happen. That's coming. Australia has set the precedence just like they did with gun control and they did with the fucking COVID lockdown shit. Boy, did they ever get fucking wild. Did you people down under ever get fucking wild with that shit? Y'all started out as a penal colony, a prison colony, the throwaways, the ones that Britain didn't want. And you rose up and you made that a hell of a fucking place to live. What are you doing? What are you doing? And this is coming from an American, okay? I understand the hypocrisy of that, but you guys have taken our sense of like government should be in control to like a scale which we probably will follow within the next 10 years or so. So if you want to see what's going to happen in America, sorry, Australians, you're look to Australia for what's going to happen in America, because they're going to try. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try to start controlling our internet. And considering the Australian people, the Australian continent rather, is so close to China, it's really not that surprising that this is happening. Because there's a lot of government playing ball with the Communist Party there. They have a lot of military bases that are China military bases. Could you imagine that happening here in America? Although, you know, the Panama Canal, we all know it's controlled by China. That never stopped. You know, Trump said that he was going to fucking bring an end to that shit too. He didn't, because the Chinese said, get fucked. If you take away our control of the Panama Canal, you won't get any fucking products. You can try to tariff us, but we don't need you. China doesn't need America. And guess what? America doesn't need China. We just can't pull our heads out of our asses enough to be the isolationists that we should have been. Because with being isolationists, there's two different things we need to do that we should have done and never did. The people, our grandparents, unfortunately, did not stand up and rise up and say, that's enough. We're not fucking taking this route with this globalist agenda. We're not doing that. We're already in it. We're damn near eating the bugs now. Okay, we're damn near there. But we should have stayed isolationists. We should have stayed the fuck out of both world wars, stayed the fuck out of it. Everything would have worked out the way that it was going to work out anyway. You really think that the fucking powers that be over there in Germany lost that war? You think they lost? All right, you might want to do a little bit more research on that. The only difference is we're still flying the American flag. We're not flying a swastika. That's it. It's just not right in your face, so nobody notices it. Do you know how many of those fucking those fucking high-ranking fucking officers we took into our scientific programs, into our rocket programs? The head of the fucking head of NASA, the administrator for NASA, back in the 60s. Can't remember his name. I wish I was better with names. God, I wish I was better with names. The fuck was his name? Anyway, you can look it up. We took on so many fucking scientists and engineers, and not just mechanical engineers, social engineers. That's a type of hacking, by the way, social engineering. Goebbels, however the hell you want to say it. He was a kind of a big deal on that. He was like Hitler's fucking head propaganda guy. And then it's signed into law with like the ISO, whatever the fuck it was, for changing over the frequencies for the things that are coming through our television and through the radio from 432 hertz over to 440, because it's more powerful, it's more disruptive to your very being. The frequencies that you're hearing, and it's everywhere. It's in what you're hearing right now because of that, because it's law, it's standardized law that they did that. And then they were into some wacky shit, man. Not that it didn't work. because it does. Boy, does it fucking work. Boy, does that propaganda fucking work. It's working on you right now. It's working. Where the fuck was I going with that? Oh, the laws, Australia, right? Like I said, I can't help but fucking giggle at the hypocrisy of YouTube being upset that they're being censored. How does that taste, YouTube? Do you like that? Did you enjoy that? Did you like that? No one likes that. Did you like that? We don't either, motherfucker. We don't either. We don't like it either, motherfuckers. So that was my original point, was you're going to notice that that disclaimer is going to be at the beginning of all of my videos. It's going to have to be, because I don't sit down. I don't go into a video really with any set. I'm not like reading off a fucking teleprompter or whatever. Like, this is whatever's on my mind comes out of my mouth. Just like on that last video, dropped a whole lot of F-bombs on that. And I'm probably sure a lot of people are like, man, fucking, there's a lot of you that say the F word like every other fucking word. Well, guess what, asshole? When I get fucking riled up, I drop a lot of fucking F-bombs. And if you don't like it, well, I've got a special F-bomb with your name on it. So that disclaimer is going to be at the beginning of every video from now on, because it seems to have worked. My promotions managed to get through on that video. And boy, I kind of went hard on some shit there too. So if that's what it takes, that's what we're going to do. If you don't like the disclaimer, and I understand you don't like the disclaimer, I don't either. I don't like that shit either. So just skip forward a minute and 3 seconds, I think, is as long as it is. Just skip forward, skip over it. You got the little thing, you can go boop, boop, boop. Well, hold on, let me see, you see my finger. Boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think, depending on your settings, your fucking fast forward settings on your YouTube there. Boop, boop, boop. Go past it. Go past it if you don't like it. The content is past the disclaimer. You know, any 90s kids out there that had a fucking VCR, you just hit fast forward with the FBI warning, don't copy this, don't do that. Did anybody ever sit through that, or did you just hit fast forward? Hit fast forward the content, what you're looking for, what you're starving for, I assume. Appreciate you. Move forward. It's not hard. But in order for me to be able to say what I want to say in a satirical or educational or documentary or artistic way, right? I have to be able to put that disclaimer at the beginning of it. And I shouldn't have to tell all of you that it's not an incite. None of my videos are inciting violence or promoting hate speech or any of those things. And I don't want to have to keep repeating it verbally, like I kind of just did then. So I'm going to put it at the beginning of the videos. And that's just the new way of life now. And you're going to notice that a lot of other YouTubers are going to follow this. A lot of other YouTubers, rather, or content creators or influencers are going to start doing that too. Although it's interesting that the influencers, the actual true influencers, are leaps and bounds beyond that, and they'll never have to do the disclaimer because they live on sponsors, which I don't have, and I probably never will have, and that's fine too. So the disclaimer is absolutely a necessity. It's a necessary evil, which I don't like the taste of. It's bitter. But if I want my videos to get out at all, gonna have to have it. Gonna have to play the little Jew games. Parody. Funny, right? Satirical. Comedy. Art. Protected by your policies and the government's. So, I guess that's really all I got for today. A little news out of Down Under. A little bit of update to my channel and why things are a little different. Not the speech, though. So if you like this content, minus the disclaimer, because I don't like that either, but I have to, hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. That's the other thing. That's something else, too. One more thing. Anybody ever watch Jackie Chan Adventures when they were a kid? One more thing. Anyway, Uncle, no. The comment section, I noticed, because I played all their games, I played all their rules, right? And I still said what I wanted. When I uploaded that last video, the one with all the F-bombs, the comment section was disabled by default. And I didn't notice it for like 5 or 6 hours until after it, and I looked back through and I'm like, what the fuck? Because the comments were like, it was like grayed out. You couldn't fucking click on it. It said comments disabled. And I thought, oh, fuck no, you better not have. You better fucking not have. So I went back and checked on it, and I was able to turn the comments on. But they defaulted it to off, hoping that I wouldn't fucking notice. I noticed. Cunts. So those are back on, and I'll be checking this video and every other video from now on to make sure that the comment section is turned on. Okay? So apologies to anybody that may have wanted to leave a little nasty gram or, congratulations, attaboy, whatever. You couldn't do it there for a little while. But that was not me. I, of all people, am not going to censor your speech. YouTube, however, will, and then turn around and complain about it when a country does the same kind of censorship to them. I like I said, I can't help but appreciate the irony and the money they wasted in court. Although it's just an absolute grain of sand in the fucking beach of money to them. But they still wasted a bunch of money trying to fight the Australian government on that, and they still lost. So they lost all that fucking money. But they have law firms that they probably created, honestly, through the Bar Association. Law firms that they own, that they have on retainer. They don't even have to have them on retainer. They just own them. When you get to that level, when you get to $1 trillion company, you really think laws matter? You think laws matter anymore? So what they'll do is they'll go through and inject their lobbyists into the Australian government, which is essentially getting more and more to be the Communist Party. That's why Google has such a hard time in China. Because they don't like them. They don't like competition. They don't like American companies coming in there and pushing their propaganda. It's the same story. Same story with China and us. We don't like them pushing their propaganda over here. China's like, yeah, tit for tat. Like, we don't like you guys either. So we'll just keep our little wall. We'll throw products, over and money over one way or the other, but we still have this wall. We're not doing. No, none of your propaganda here and none of ours there. So it's no surprise that Australia is following suit, since they are so regionally close to them, and they have, China's government is really getting in there. But I'm sure that America's government, or I should say, the corporation technocrats on retainer legal team, will go over there to try to rewrite some laws, and they'll get their money back. That's what I'm getting at. So anyway, without further ado, to the end of this video, that's really all I had. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube things for me. And gonna try to promote this one too. We'll see what happens. Y'all take care. And you'll see me again, as always, next time.